guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Meagan, and I am a psychic medium, and I am here tonight. It is the last Wednesday of December 2021. So we are here tonight to bring through readings for you for 2022 and beyond. And so find out what Spirit sees for you for 2022. So join me right now. If you're drawn to share it out, please do. We are doing, as we do every Wednesday night, open donations, which means you choose a number that you are aligned with and you donate from your heart or from your soul. And that's what it is. All right. And I'm excited that you're here. And Spirit gave me some notes on that, on talking about that. So I'm going to do that as well. But first, let me go ahead and make sure I'm live. Let me see. Feel free to share, please. Share, share, share. And we'll get started in a few minutes. We'll do a little meditation together. Welcome, everybody. Okay, I see my... Find out what Spirit Let me mute that. Hi, Chetta. Welcome, my dear. Welcome, welcome. Oh, and YouTube. Oh, my beautiful friends on my YouTube channel as well. And Facebook. I love you guys. You are the best. Every one of you. Yes, you are. All right, let's take a look. See who's here. Let me mute the sound. So, okay, cool. All right. Hi, Rita Bagley from Texas. How are you tonight? Great to see you. All right. I'm just getting set up. Just takes me a couple of minutes. Please go ahead and share it out to other groups, or if you're on YouTube, share it out to other platforms or whatever resonates with you. There are a lot of people in this now. Boy, my hair is like big hair tonight, right? It's like, this is like my hair when I was younger. I don't know. Or maybe it's just, I don't know. But it's cool. I like it. I'm happy. Anyway, I'm really excited to read for you tonight. I accept I'm going to say YouTube. I accept PayPal and Cashapp, and the donations are open donations. Let me look at my notes and see what Spirit, because while I was in meditation the other day, they were talking about that, because they said people don't always know. Let me see. And if not, I can just intuit it, but I wrote it down. Bullet points. I have my little notebook here. Also, when you donate, please go ahead and let me know in the comments. Say donated, and you can tell me either PayPal or Cash App. In fact, I need to go grab my cell phone because I know a lot of you like Cash App. And all right, okay, yeah, this is it. Okay, all right, good. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my cell phone while people are jumping on. So let me do a little screen share. Let me see how that works today. Let's see that one. Good. All right. This is something I meditate to very often. I also do trance mediumship. And when I sit for trance, this is just such a powerful song by Meagan Moritz, an amazing artist whom I had the honor and the pleasure of interviewing a few years ago. I have to find her interview. I have a lot of amazing interviews, and some of them aren't visible right now. Oh, thank you for sharing, Laura Sheridan. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Chetta. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. Anyway, Milan is amazing, and I'll find the interview and I'll post it sometime if it's meant to be. But in the meantime, I'm going to play this song while I grab my cell phone. Gives us a few minutes to quiet our minds as well. So I'll be right back. And if not, let me know. So, 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 going to quiet my mind with you for a few minutes. Let the music take you. Empty your mind. Open your heart. Ground yourself. Visualize from the soles of your feet, from the base of your spine, your energy like roots, like the roots of a tree going deep, deep down into the earth. Breathe deeply in, hold, exhale. 3 deep breaths. I don't like when I don't do. I'm sorry. Thank you, Kimmy. Oh my God. I'm sitting here telling you all this amazing stuff and you can't hear a word I'm saying. All right. So now you can hear me. I was actually describing the process that I meditate. And but we can cover that again another time. So we don't have to repeat it all. Thank you so much. You know what? Everything happens for a reason. Okay. So now that we are all grounded beautifully, and I've opened up. Hang on a second. Let me just make sure I did that too. Make sure all my chakras are open, which I know they are. But and when I open my chakras, I open the three below my first chakra, and then the three above my seventh chakra. So, and then of course, is this okay? We didn't pause, did we? Hi, Bonnie. Thank you. Everybody's saying no volume. I know. I'm sorry. Bonnie, you guys are in St. Augustine again. Man, I want to go visit St. Augustine. Let me know if this is cutting out at all. Because very high energy tonight. Very, very high energy tonight. All right, let me move this. Actually, there's something. Let me just see what they want me to tell you. Oh, okay. Okay, this is important. All right, so I took down some notes from one of my recent meditations. They were talking about like when grounding or going out. So one of the ideas is to go out in nature. This is one of the tools I'm sharing with you today. Hi, Suzanne. Hello, welcome. Um, Focus at Trixie. You gotta stop. Oh my God, this cat. I love her so much. Okay, did she not say hello to you today? Did you not guys not see her? Okay, let me make sure that you say hello to Trixie. Trixie, here's Trixie. Here she is. Okay, I had to move my keyboard. In a minute, she's pushing my light with her tail. That cat, she's something else. She's very special, actually. She sure is. Little troublemaker. I love her. All right. Ooh, I shouldn't say that because truthfully, if I call her a troublemaker, then I'm creating that reality and she'll live up to the name because that's how we create our own reality. But you're really doing this, Trixie. Please don't do that. Please, honey. Please. What it up? Anyway, it takes her a few minutes to calm down, I guess. Maybe because I didn't acknowledge her quickly enough. Trixie Boo. All right, let me pull the comment. Oh, there are the comments. Hi, Trixie. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, perfect. All right, so we're here. We have volume. We have liftoff. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so again, today we are doing this for open donations. This is the last Wednesday of the month. I've been with you every single Wednesday throughout the entire month of December 2021. We are about to move into what is today, the 29th, 30, 31, 2 more days, and the year is over. It's going to be 2022. Am I right about the math there? Hopefully. I'm really excited about 2022. I really am for all of us, for me, for you, for our human collective, for our collective consciousness as we continue to evolve and to grow. This is a beautiful time that we are moving into. And Spirit keeps prompting myself and others because I see it around me, but I keep getting the message so strongly to connect more with you all. So, in fact, where are you from? Please pop it in the comments if you're drawn. Where are you from? I live in Central Florida. I live right outside of Orlando. I live in a small town, so I don't usually use the name of the town, and that's okay. That's everybody has a right to their privacy. But I do live in Orlando in outside of Orlando in Central Florida, and Liverpool, UK. All right, Laura, beautiful. And if you want to share something about yourself, please go ahead and do that too. Whatever resonates with you. In fact, Spirit's been talking to me about an idea for a new show coming up in 2022. Heather's from Connecticut. Beautiful. Excellent. Welcome, Heather from Connecticut. And let's see, we have Julie Anderson from Washington. Washington State or Washington, D.C.? Wow, I love you guys. And Afia, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Afia, beautiful name. New York. I was born there. New York, New York. I love it. And AY is from South USA on YouTube. Hello, hello. Excellent. Welcome. State, Washington State. Washington State is a state that I've always wanted to visit. And I will at some point if I'm meant to, if I'm, you know what I'm saying and how that goes. And Suzanne is from Monterey Peninsula, California. That sounds really beautiful. Yeah, I like that. I've not been to California yet either. I lived in Colorado for several years. Amazing state, just gorgeous. But I haven't been west of like Colorado, Wyoming. I don't have the map in front of me. I'm trying to go in my mind like Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, New Mexico. I haven't been like west of there yet. I have been as far north as North Dakota and Niagara Falls. Actually, I've been to Canada. But anyway, so that's a little bit about me. You guys know a little bit. Oh, AY says I am planning a trip to California. Awesome. Awesome. Suzanne says it's beautiful. Colorado's been on my list for a while. Oh my gosh, Colorado. Let me tell you, some of you know this story, and I don't think I'm going to go into great detail because but I do want to tell you that when I was in my early 20s, I've always known from the time I was a kid listening to Rocky Mountain High by John Denver, and I didn't even like John Denver at the time. I totally admire the quality, talent of that amazing man, and who's in spirit now. But the song, he had a couple of songs, but that was my favorite, and it resonated with me like nobody's business. I remember, I guess I'm going to tell you the story. I remember telling my parents as a child, because we lived in, I was born in Brooklyn, but I was raised on Long Island, which is relatively flat. I mean, I'm sure there's hills or whatever, but not where I was. Where I was, it was kind of flat. But I found out that upstate New York has mountains. And I said, why don't we live there? I didn't know. I was a kid. I'm like, I didn't know like about commuting to work for my dad or whatever. I wanted to live in the mountains. And eventually I did. So in my early 20s, I moved there. Rocky Mountain High. You too? Oh my God, girl, we have to go. We should just go on a trip. We should just like go to Colorado. I'm telling you, when I got there, I'm like, I'm home. When I first moved there, I didn't have a job lined up. I was in my early 20s, under 25, maybe 23 or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a place to live yet. And I had never been there. And I didn't know anybody there, which sounds a little pretty similar to when I moved here. But this was, a different situation. It was a very positive situation. I'm like, I'm moving, and that's it. And I did. Oh my God, I never looked back. Well, I had to move back about 9 months later because my dad was starting to transition, which I didn't know that was going to happen. But I have no regrets about moving there. It was an amazing experience. I absolutely adore Colorado. Every time I would fly in or out, I felt like, oh my God, I'm home. I would see the Flatirons and Boulder and home sweet home. And then I moved there a couple of years later and lived in Nederland, Colorado for 2 years. Totally alone, but I made friends. Well, actually, I met a friend or two friends when I first lived there, and then I met them again. But anyway, it was a beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God, for me, such a spiritual place. I wasn't in necessarily my most spiritual place, but I was compared to where I'd been. It was part of my evolution. So very, very powerful. And Laura says, my auntie moved to America when she met her husband a good few years ago and would always want to visit, always wanted to go to America since I was a kid. I love that. America is beautiful. It's a beautiful country. I've only seen a few other countries, to be honest. That includes Canada. I've been to the Bahamas. Is Bahamas considered a country? Anyway, I've been to the Bahamas and I've been to Mexico and Canada, but energetically, I've been all over the world. And the fact that I connect with all of you, and I have some of my best friends live in Ireland and all kinds of, many other countries. I have very close friends in France, and I haven't been to these places or met them in person. But when your soul connected to somebody, this whole earth is like an illusion. It's like a hologram in a way, because we're projecting our spiritual light being, our light. Hang on, let me get this right. Hang on, one moment. Excuse me. We are not earthlings. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and the majority of us are still in non-physical even while we are here. So we are, in fact, multidimensional beings, and we're projecting a portion of ourselves into this avatar. This body is an avatar. Of which we have many. Many of us have many, because all past lives and future lives literally all run concurrently, because time is the linear time is a man-made construct. I know your head's going like, whoa, every time I talk about it, even though I know that's my truth and that's what I understand. It's very, very, it's a lot, but that's how it is. And if something I say doesn't resonate with you, let it go. You know what I mean? Just because I believe something and that something is my truth doesn't mean it has to be your truth. And I really want to invite you to be that way with all teachers. You know, honestly, just because somebody believes, it doesn't mean they're wrong. You don't have to. It's this and that, right, Kimmy Siegel? It's this and that. I call out Kimmy because I forget which deck it is. Is it this deck? One of these decks has that card where that's it's the statement. It's this and that. So it's not this or that, it's this and that. So I'm right and you're right. Because my truth today is not the same truth it was 5 years ago. Oh my God, I'm not even the same human. I'm not the same being I was 5 years ago. My soul is the same. No, my soul has evolved considerably. So none of us are the same. We are all connected. We are all connected. We are all light beings. We are all part of the beautiful collective. But we all have our own perspective through these human filters. This human mind is like, imagine your human mind is like a hard drive. If you know anything about computers, I assume at this point in time, most of us have a clue anyway. But I love computers, and so like I'm looking at my desktop. I love my desktop. And so our human mind is like a hard drive, and it comes empty. It comes empty. You have to put in a program like a Windows operating system, and then whatever apps you want to download or drivers, blah 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 blah. You know, I don't want to get too deep into the computer stuff. So, but just figure you come in. So your brain, is empty, but you do come in with because your mind is not your brain, and your thoughts actually don't. I don't want to go that deep right now. Anyway, so picture that as your hard drive. Your hard drive is empty and it gets programmed in our childhood and as we continue to grow. But the majority of the initial programming happens from 0 through 7 years old. And I say 0 because you're actually learning. You're actually learning in your, who am I telling and where are you from? In your mother's womb. One moment. I get all excited and then sometimes I lose the stream of consciousness that I'm channeling and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So imagine our soul is the motherboard. And I'm not sure if that's the best analogy, but I'm working on this. So anyway, our human mind gets programmed, and also the fact that we choose our parents, we choose our lives, we choose our hair color, we choose the kind of body we're going to have, and we choose like a blueprint of the experiences we're going to have. We do have free will while on this earth. We do. So we can change. You can come here with the intention of, I don't know, being president and change your mind. But I do know that there are certain, I don't know exactly. I'm sure Spirit will answer me if I ask them. They're saying we don't make your choices for you. You make your own choices. But you do come here. Okay, so you get together with your spirit team and beyond. They're showing me a group in a room, not like a human type of room, but there's a group of beings in a room, and you together decide who your parents are going to be, what culture you're born into, what color your skin is going to be, the different types of contrast that you may or may not experience in this earthly life. You come here and you choose to incarnate into a particular time and in time space reality. Trixie, please stop, honey. I love you, but my little girl, she's so good. I didn't say troublemaker. I said good girl, and she is. Hang on. Spirit's so close. I'm like all warm and stuff. So we have free will. We can choose whatever we want to do. The main thing I want to remind you of is something Abraham talks about all the time because I listen to it all the time, is everything is always working out for you. Everything is always working out for me. Can you hear me? Let me just see. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, I found my next home. I found my next home, which actually it lives. Okay, that's a whole other story. Let me stay where I am for just a moment, and then we can talk about that. First, let me say hello to Kathleen Pina. Hola. So glad that you are here. Welcome, Amanda from YouTube. Hello. So glad that you are here too. I love you guys so much. You are amazing. If you're just tuning in, let us know where you're from. If you're drawn, Central Florida here. Born in New York, raised in mostly in Florida since I was 12 and lived in Colorado a couple of times. So that's some basic heavy duty stuff. I think I'll leave that there before everybody's, because that's. I remember when I first heard the Peas, channeled by Wendy Kennedy, talk about time, and this was several years ago. But it took me a bit. So this let me share what I do when I hear a new concept. When my brain, my human brain, the brain that's programmed, linear. Is that a word? How do you say that? Linearly, it's programmed. It was programmed on this planet, right? Okay. So thank you, Laura. Rebecca Williams. Hello. Good to see you. Happy New Year to you too, dear. Hello. And so the brain is programmed, and then you hear things like, well, time is a man-made construct. There is no time in spirit. And that all timelines run concurrently. So even those of us who believe in past lives and future lives and current life, so I was like, well, it took me, so I fathomed that, but then I'm like, how do I get that it's all together? That it's actually all happening at the same time. Your past life, like my life in World War II, is happening at the same time as my life right now. My future life. Okay. All right. I thought maybe they were going to give me a quick glimpse, but I don't see that. Oh, okay. I'm on a ship. Okay, cool. Oh, I am on a ship. And I'm not human on that ship. That doesn't surprise me at all. I personally, hi Maya, welcome. Absolutely. Anybody who wants a reading tonight can definitely get a reading. I'm doing this for open donations. And let me explain again what open donations is. It just means donate from your heart. Donate from your heart. And Spirit gave me some tips to how to explain what, that to you guys. And I might try that. I have a little notepad here from when I was meditating, but I accept PayPal and I do accept Facebook Pay, actually. PayPal, Cashapp, and Facebook Pay if you want to. And if there's another method of payment that you'd like me to start accepting, you can mention it, like Venmo or something. I don't have it yet. Actually, I am signed up for it, but I don't have it today set up, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. But today it's Cashapp and PayPal or Facebook Pay. And they were telling, because I feel like a lot of people don't, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I feel like all of you really do get it. But for me, sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I ask myself, well, how do I know? How do I know what a number is for me? And they were telling me, because everyone, to some people, like $1 could be a lot of money, and $1 million could be a little bit of money. To other people, $1 could be a little bit of money, and $1 million could be. It has, it really everything is relative to this brain that's programmed. It really has to do with your programming. So whatever resonates with you. So for me, let's say $50 is a comfortable number for me, that I would feel comfortable, paying donating for a service or whatever, like that, like a reading, just something like that. I'm just saying, I'm using this as an example. This doesn't have to be your number. I'm just saying, or $20 or whatever, or $100, whatever it is that resonates with you, then that's the number. It's a number that you'll feel it in your body. Like let's say I'm going to donate for something, a healing or something like that. I don't even know what, because I do a lot of my own services. But anyway, let's just say I'm going to donate for something, and it's open donations, and I'll feel it in my body. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll start like, let's see, $10. Nah, that's not for me, right? $20. Maybe, it depends, of course, on what it is. I'm trying to show you, feel it in your body. Give yourself a few different, unless you just know automatically, which is awesome. But if you're not sure, feel out a few numbers. Try $70. How does that feel? Does it feel too high? Does it feel like it's baby bear's porridge? That's what Spirit's saying. It'll feel like baby bear's porridge. And this isn't just for my, oh gosh, we have a troll already? Seriously? Good. Oh, lovely. All right. Well, hold on. Let me report them. Really? And it's well, that's really surprising. From Utah? Oh, please. No. I'm just curious for a minute. One moment, people, my friends. One moment, soul family. These people are never local. They use the pictures of somebody who's from this country, but they're not. Be very, very surprised if they are, well, then they just really, there's no manners. So you report them because it's spam, and it goes against Facebook policy. So when they lose their account and they don't have the ability to do any readings or even have any friends or use Facebook at all, oops, did I say all that? Well, anyway, so just ignore that. All right. We'll go back to, we'll focus right here. Thank you, Kimmy. You rock. You rock. Yeah, I really, perfect. That's perfect. Definitely block. Block, block, block. Thank you so much, Maya. How generous of you. I am so grateful. And you will be first. Let me pull. Did you use PayPal or Cash App? Because I'll pull that up right now. Can we just go to my PayPal account? PayPal's like, don't forget your business. I'm like, wait a minute. Hang on. Okay. Well, that's great, actually. Hang on a minute. Oh, that's extra great. Wow. Okay. I had some other payments come in today from other things that I do, and I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that was coming in today. Yes. Anyway, so the bottom line with as I'm looking for my phone so I can check Cash App. Which one did you say you used, dear? Laura says they have a lot of nerd doing that on someone else's live. I agree. Sometimes some people, mostly they're from other countries, and maybe I don't know, maybe it's a different mindset or something. But when they're from this country, and I'm really shocked. That just shocked me just now. Like, really? Anyway, some people just. I would teach somebody, you know. But people, like, if they're going to do that, they don't want to learn how to create their own audience and build their own group and manifest. They just want to take what's not theirs, and I don't appreciate that thing isn't. But anyway, it's just contrast, and contrast is not bad or good. That's a judgment of it. It just is, and it helps us to grow, and it helps us to know what we do want and know what we don't want. If you have any questions, spiritual questions, ask in the comments. All right, okay, Cash App. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Maya. You are first, my dear. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited. So I'm going to pull out some cards. Let me see if okay. Spirit says how to receive or to give aligned income. They said trust, feel, ask, and receive. They said it's that simple. Because my question to them was, how do I attract wealth without charging for services? Because ultimately, which I would never have thought that I would say this, but that's really where I feel like I'm going. I feel like I would prefer not to charge. That I would like to work for donations. I would, because this is what. Let me explain what I feel, and then we'll get into the readings because this is important to me. I see it. Thank you very much, Maya. Thank you, dear. Is it Maya or Mia? Yes, general reading, absolutely. Okay, you'll be up first. One moment. So look at Trixie. She's like, this is my belly. Yes, it is. This is my belly. Here it is. Ow! Now she's biting me. That's not nice. So this is, I am drawn to, well, to obviously when I'm live, anything I share, if it resonates with the person listening, then it's for you. You know what I'm saying? And I say this all the time. Let me see if I can put this on my head. Maybe that'll be better because I have this pretty collar. And anyway, but I also hang on. I want to be able to share my gifts and my ability to bring through information and channeling and sometimes past loved ones, whatever is for your greatest and highest good. Trixie, stop grabbing me, please. I want to be able to give that, to share that with anyone who is drawn to it. But my belief is energy exchange. Nothing should ever be all one-sided because that's exhausting. It's draining. You cannot give from an empty cup. I'm not drawn to just give, and not receive. That doesn't, none of us should be that way. I should, let me rephrase that. Oh, I used the word should, and I'm telling you what to do. I apologize. I don't mean that. What I mean to say is, for your greatest and highest good, you need, actually, energy is energy, and it needs to be exchanged. That's a true statement. Energy is. And so if you keep pushing out energy and you don't get any back, then you're just giving. You know what I'm saying? You have to be, yes, Suzanne is saying, yes, energy exchange is key and lawful. Exactly. It was just the way I phrased it the first time. I didn't like the word should. I don't care for the word should. And Rebecca says the bit about attracting finances. Yeah, I'll repeat that again too. That was trust, feel, ask, and receive. And allow. Let me share that. Because once you ask, you have to allow it. So anyway, let me get back to what I'm talking about here. So let's say, so I'm not, I don't want to only be able to read for people that can afford, like I charge $125 an hour for my services at the moment. I know I usually raise the price every year, which I don't think it's high. I don't think it's low. It resonates with me, whatever. But also more money resonates with me, and but sometimes less money does. It has to do with the. I mean, let me back up for a minute. Ow, Trixie, you got to get down, girlfriend, with all these 10 claws. I mean, 20 claws on you. Jesus. She's very playful, and I'm moving my hands a lot. She's like, oh, mommy wants to play. I love you, sweetie, but just sit on there. About 5 seconds, she'll be back. So these are my thoughts, and I haven't really fully figured it out yet. I'm letting spirit. Actually, I have figured it out. Spirit just gave us the answer right there. You know, those were the. Hang on, what was that again? Trust, feel, ask, and receive, and allow. So I'm saying, let's do this. Let's do this because it's what I'm saying. What I want to share. This is an awkward subject for me. I usually don't talk about money. You know, I just say open donations or I charge a certain price and that's it. You know, so it's not a comfortable subject for me to talk about yet. But I really feel that I need to talk about this, not just for me, for everybody, because I really feel we're moving into a time where a lot of people are going to be drawn to share their gifts and where it's going to feel like for me, it feels in my body. It doesn't feel quite right. It doesn't feel quite right when I think, well, if I charge, I don't know, whatever, let's say I want to start doing high ticket, which is like maybe, I don't know, like $500 or $350 for a session. Well, then am I eliminating the people that where $50 would be more comfortable for them? I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I want it to be, if anybody really wants my services, I want to be able to share that with them, you know, but it's got to be a give and take. It's got to be an energy exchange of some kind. So I am asking, I am trusting, I am allowing, and I don't even know. I mean, I guess for my private readings, I'm still charging at the moment. But although for until the first, I still have buy one, get one for Christmas or the holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate, or it doesn't really matter if you celebrate any holidays. I kind of don't celebrate them. I kind of do whatever I feel like doing at the moment. But what I'm saying is I have a sale for private services right now. So buy 1 hour, get one free. You can get a psychic reading and a healing, or a psychic reading and a cord removal, or 2 readings and use them separately, or keep one, give one as a gift, whatever you want to do. Rebecca says, absolutely agreed. I think that's why I was drawn here tonight. Oh, I love that. I love that. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Listen, a lot of us, and for me in my life, I was not raised in a poor family. I wasn't raised in a wealthy family. I was raised in a comfortable family, but lack was always a topic. Lack of abundance, not enoughness. So no matter how much we had or didn't have, there was always the sharing of how much we don't have and other people had. So we always felt like the have-nots or something. And so when I got older, that manifested into you know, some extreme situations for me. And in the process, I mean, I'm very fortunate now. I've had for letting go of a lack mentality, which often is not only handed down from your parents, but often we bring it through from other lives. So this is something that we can do cord cuttings for, tapping. If you do tapping, you know what I mean? Tapping, eye release, you know. I mean, there's a lot of ways to do it. Sometimes it like a certain topic, like lack, or you know, may take, or good health or whatever, may take more than just, you know, one experience of releasing it. And then other times when you're ready to release something, when it's no longer serving you, it's going to go, and your abundance will flow, and it won't be a big deal. It's if you're still feeling triggered by things, then it's you're not healed, and that's in that particular way yet. Okay, let me read from Maya. She goes, whatever type of reading you feel is performing is okay. It can be brief. 5. So, oh no, that's fine. That's the money is fine, sweetheart. When I say open donations, I mean open donations. I've had extremely high donation, what I consider, what I perceive as extremely high, and I've had, that's fine. I'm not concerned at all. I'm here to serve. That's really why I'm here on the planet. So, but must serve and still eat at the same time. you know? So I'm still working that out. Listen, we're all works in progress. We are all works in progress. And when I do my readings and I say open donation, I'm really appreciative and grateful for anything, whatever you donate. I appreciate that. Okay. I feel, my dear. Yeah, and that wasn't your reading, Maya, by the way. That was just me sharing on a topic that Spirit gave me information about in my meditation, and it's also a topic that I personally felt the need to share about because lack is something that comes up for a lot of us, and it's also something that's overcomable. I don't care if it's a word. It is. It's a word. If I say it, and you know what it means, it's a word. It's overcomable. So whatever it is, whether it's health or wealth. Oh, that's all right. No, no need to apologize. First of all, I got this is the first card I'm getting for you, my dear. Inner Temple, devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. Let me pull you up on the screen. Hang on a second. That's what. Just so you know, that's what I do. Okay, it is pronounced Maya. Okay, beautiful. That's really a beautiful name. I love that. It also reminds me of like the Mayans in Mexico, which I actually saw Mayan ruins. Very powerful. You have an old soul. Ooh, you're a youth in this. You're young in this life, but you have an old soul. You feel a little bit like my niece, actually. Your energy feels like my niece. I love my niece. She's awesome. All right. So here we go. Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. I'm drawn back to what Spirit gave us before about trust, feel, ask, and receive. Let me see if they want to break that down for you. And guys, even if I'm not reading specifically for Amanda's saying I would love a reading. I'm not seeing where to send on PayPal. Did I not pin that? Excuse me 1 second, Maya. I'll continue in just a moment. Let me make sure everybody has the link because I think I may have just completely not posted the link, which it makes it hard for people to donate. So let me fix that. I'm sorry about that, guys. I get so excited when I go live and I just want to start talking and sharing and I feel Spirit and I feel you guys and I'm like, oh, I love this. And then sometimes I forgot. Honestly, for me, in a perfect world, I wouldn't even have to talk about money. I can just do what I do, you know, and I love that idea. I do. So if that's what I want, I know that's what I can manifest. We can manifest anything that we truly desire. And that's what I visualize. All right. Also, right now, I've got a new home, a new beautiful apartment home that I saw today, and I'm moving. I'm manifesting this. All right. So here, let me pin this. And okay, there we go. All right. I've pinned the links. And let me make sure that um, thank you so much, Laura. I love you. You're awesome. And don't worry, you can always I can read for you next time. I'm sure I'm going to come live again on next Wednesday. I didn't. Okay, let me see too. Okay, I want to read everything that you're talking about. Let me just go back to who is it that asked me for the link just now? Mazel tov. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I don't know why I can't see where, but anyway, so I just pinned it. If anybody still needs the link, please let me know. Okay, please let me know. Oh, Amanda on YouTube. Okay, there we go, sweetie. All right, let me just go over here and post this. Also, it's in the description on YouTube. Well, so now I've also put it in the live chat on YouTube. So I pinned it on Facebook, and it's in the live chat on YouTube. It's also in the description on YouTube under the video, right down there. And then on Facebook, it should be up here on top as well. So hopefully I got all that right. If you need any more assistance, just let me know. And if you're in the chat and you're a friend of mine and you know how this works and you can help out, I really appreciate that. All right, I'm going to finish with Maya's reading, and let me know when you donate. Kellyanne Kingsley, hi, great to see you, dear. Amanda says thank you. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. I saw something that Rebecca said I wanted to address about That's where I am too. I don't want to charge for my mentoring of abuse victims. Uh, would you say that again, please? Yeah, we'll talk about that. We can still talk about that topic because I really think it's important. Um, but I do want to share with you. But I'm going to finish reading from Maya first. But I do want to share with you. And if this is coming up, some of this is going to be from Maya as well, and anyone else it resonates with, of course. But I want to share that. Oh, that's interesting. That sharing content, whether you if you like doing video, like really enjoy live streaming. For me, it's very comfortable for me. I really enjoy this. So I love to live stream, and I know when I'm sharing live, this is free content. If you want a personal reading, yes, that's an energy exchange. But even the fact that you're just here exchanging energy with me because you're present, that to me is an energy exchange, and I'm sharing. If I put up a YouTube video people watch later, that's an energy exchange. Also, if you want to write a blog, so I'm feeling however you're drawn to share. Now, if you're going to do one-on-one, it's completely up to you. But I do feel that I know for myself, speaking for myself, that if I'm going to get ready and meditate and shower and prepare and present and go on Zoom with you and meet one-on-one, and you have my undivided attention, we talk about you exclusively. And I mean that you are my sole purpose for being there. I've got nothing else going on. Literally, I spend a lot of time preparing for every reading. I do. It's very important to me. And so that I would never do that. I shouldn't say never because I might one day, but I don't feel drawn to do that for free because at this point in my life, am still um, generating income. But you know what? Spirit says to trust and it'll come. And I can tell you, like Sunny Lenarduzzi on YouTube, she she's making millions of dollars now. But when she first started, she was putting out content like with her cell phone and using the light from her window, and she still puts out so much content like I do too. I don't hold anything back. I share with you tools, I share this and that, but for one-on-one or classes or stuff like that, then that's a more personal energy exchange. And so anyway, hopefully that resonates with you in some way, Rebecca. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Getting back to Maya, clearly some of that resonated with you, Maya, because it came through during your reading. But here we are. So specifically for Maya, hmm, they're saying you're a light being. You come from a system, from another galaxy. You came here with your soul's purpose to uplift humanity. That is your intention. That was your intention before you incarnated. And it still is. They're saying, in the next level of enlightened beings. So, for example, like there's different, like people have come in let's just say waves. And I'm not necessarily speaking about Dolores Cannon's waves. Um, I don't exactly remember how she described it, but for me, what I'm hearing and seeing is that people come in waves, and right now we're at a time that the soul's being born right now, or in the last 20 years, like a lot of the millennials and stuff like that. And you feel very young to me, and like in that age, that's why I'm saying you feel kind of like my niece was 24. How if you don't have to share, but if you're drawn to share, feel free, because I'm feeling that for you, and you are definitely here for this purpose. So you were born more enlightened than, say, like the majority of the people that were born when I was born, which was 1965. And so we're at a time right now when people being born into this earth plane are specifically here to live and share and take earth to the next level. There were those of us that are the old souls. You're an old soul too, but different thing. Like I'm an old soul who is still alive at this time to help to bring people like yourself and others, including people that are my age and older, chronologically older. I mean, in earth years, so, because you could be an infant and you could be like the oldest soul on the planet. So, but I know, spirit, I know. I get carried away sometimes. Hang on. I need a sip of tea. Oh my gosh. You are a very enlightened being, and you're here with a specific purpose to live your life any way that you would like. But you are here to uplift humanity. hmm In any way you're drawn to do. And I want to share something with you guys. Uplifting humanity and being of service. That doesn't mean just being a psychic or being a medium or being a healer. You could be a janitor. You could be a computer expert. You could work in an amusement park. Whatever it is that you are drawn to do that excites you, you're going to bring it. I'll give you a perfect example. I went to lunch with my bestie. I actually have a few besties. My bestie in person. I love her so much. My awesome friend Diane, total earth angel. I can't say enough amazing things about her. She's really part of the reason I'm alive today. I had cancer in 2017 and stuff, and really Diane's friendship was transformative. Anyway, so I go off on tangents. That's okay. And that's okay because that's who I am and that's what I do. And it's okay. Now, let me just get back to what I was just about to say. Hang on. hmm Okay. So, but Diane and I go to this little restaurant, and it's just a small place, but they make really, really good food. So, but we hadn't been there in a couple of years. We go in there, there's a new chef. What a nice guy. Oh my gosh. He was just so caring, and he was so excited that we seasoned. He's talking so well about his boss, the owner. The owner's name is Muhammad, and he goes, "Oh, and we season the meats here and the French fries, and we make the seasoning to and he's really talking well about his boss and about how everything is made and it's so fresh and he's so. He's like, if you need anything else, and I'm telling you, the whole time we were there, if we couldn't have been in a 4-star restaurant and received better service than this. And this was like you walk in, you go to the counter, and then you sit down and you pick up your food and you put it on your table. It was literally a small place. It was amazing. It was amazing. This man was so in alignment. He brought such joy. The food tasted better. And the food was amazing because he made it with love and passion, the same way that his boss does as well. And he was friendly. And so that's him bringing light. That's his at this moment in time. He might do something else in another point in his incarnation, but for right now, this man is so in alignment with that. And everybody, all of us, we are all pieces, like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. None of us are the same, but we all fit together beautifully. So a lot of times people look at like Instagram, which it's great, but not everybody looks. Actually, even the Instagram models don't look that way in person either. You know what I mean? But that's just how what used to be in with magazines and TV too. There's filters and this and that, and there's nothing wrong with filters, and there's nothing wrong with whatever. But if you look at other people and you want to, oh, I need to look that way, or I need to be like that, or I need to dress like that, let go of that stuff. You don't need to be like anybody but yourself. You are beautiful and perfect and just the way you are and aligned. You'll know you're aligned because you'll feel it. You'll feel it. What are you passionate about? And I don't even mean doing something that you feel obligated to do, or maybe that your parents expect you to do, or you feel like, because, like, okay, I'll give you an example. Like, okay, nope, not that example. That's not what's coming up right now. Stay in your alignment. Feel it in your body. If you like, let's say that you have a job and I don't feel like you don't like your job. I don't feel that at all. But let's say you have a job that you really don't like, and you dread getting up in the morning, you dread going to work, you don't like the hours, you don't like whatever. That's not aligned. And I know a lot of times as humans, we do what we feel we have to do to make a living or whatever. And then eventually something will happen because nothing ever stays the same. Change is like the only constant, which is kind of crazy. I thought, well, there's a few constants. We are eternal beings, but also that in our physical reality, that things will continue to change, and they do. And so eventually something will happen. And like me getting ready to move, nothing happened bad, but they don't take care of this place at all. So I'm like, well, just how much do I want to put up with? And I knew eventually. I've been here 7 years, and this is relevant, so I'm sharing it. I've been here 7 years, and they don't clean the carpets, they don't fix them. They fix certain things, and then they leave others. And I literally found out that my electric bill is more than my friend who has got a 3,032 3,200 square foot house, and my apartment's like about 1,000 square feet. And my electric is more. So there's things, because this keeps the air is flowing out. So there's things that but when I moved here, I was so aligned, and I still like where I am, but I'm ready. I kind of knew sometimes we're very comfortable in a job or a home, or with a partner, even if it's not a. Sometimes we're comfortable enough to stay in a situation or relationship that we're not happy with, that we're really sometimes very uncomfortable with, but we stay there because change is scary. And sometimes it's more comfortable as a human to just stay where I am, right? But honestly, eventually you're going to change that situation anyway, and you'll know when you find what you're aligned with, whether it's a partner or a job or a hobby or something. You'll know when you feel your alignment, because time is going to fly. You're going to, like, when I was younger, I used to like to go out and dance. That was at that age, that was my alignment. I didn't know it was anything about alignment. I'm talking like my late teens, early 20s, you know. Um, I was partying at the time, so I didn't know about meditation and stuff back then, but I did know that when I was on the dance floor, I was free. I was free and I could move, and I felt like amazing. And that, to me, that I looking back in hindsight, I recognize I was aligned. I was aligned to do, and when I did that, and now there's a lot of things I'm aligned with. But you go for that feeling. So I know this is for you, Maya, but it's also for a lot of people, because this is, you'll know, and if you're watching now and it really resonates with you, then it's for you too. But anyway, I think so. The bottom line with you, Maya, you really are moving into your power more and more every day, and you feel free to listen to that a few times as you're drawn, and you're going to get more and more out of that message, because you're going to find, you're going to, like, every time you listen, you'll be like, wow, and you'll grab that tidbit and that tidbit and that tidbit. Maybe something doesn't resonate. That's okay. Leave it behind. And I want you to know that sometimes on our journey, there are teachers that will resonate with you now that may not later, or people or teachers that didn't resonate before that do now, or maybe you'll revisit a teacher, or there might even be teachings. And this is what I do, and this is important for everybody. Hi, little M39. Welcome. Glad to see you. This is important. If you, like I was saying earlier about time being a linear construct and not really existing in spirit, man-made time. So I let these concepts, if something is a new concept, the human mind will want to judge it, or whatever. Just let it wash over you. And if it doesn't resonate now, you don't have to make it resonate. Even if you love the teacher and believe everything else and everything else resonates, but something doesn't, let that go. Let that go. One day you may find that, oh, you know what? I remember C said something about time back in 2021, and I didn't resonate with it back then, but now I get it. That could be that type of thing happens all the time. So you just let things wash over you, because a lot of times, I'm spitting, sorry, our DNA continues to get upgraded as we continue to evolve as souls, when we allow the evolution of our souls. So the more we allow, the more we evolve. And then a lot of times you're going to find that things that felt foreign to you, like a concept, a new idea that the human mind struggled with it like a few years ago, now it's just part of your everyday life, and it's just, you know, your reality. So, my dear, with that note, I will say thank you so very much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you for your generous donation. All right. So I hope that resonated with you. 19. Oh wow. So you are. Yes. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I feel your youth. I feel your youth. You're a beautiful light worker, Maya. You're a beautiful light worker. You have an amazing, amazing, great life ahead of you. A lot of spirit saying good things are coming. And they're here now. Family that loves you, friends. That's interesting. They're saying posh lifestyle. You got all kinds of good things. You're just keep sharing your light. Always remember to be yourself. Just be yourself. I feel like that's the strongest message I feel drawn to share with you. And I will say the word need, because that's what's coming through for me to share with you, to be yourself. Always remember to be yourself. and find your own alignment, that feeling within where you feel comfortable. And if you're in a situation or you meet somebody or or somebody says, do you want to do this? And you just don't feel right about it. Don't try to convince yourself that you need to do something that you don't want to do. Speak your truth, live your truth, be yourself, love yourself. Everything else, let it happen. Let it happen. Check out, feel free to, if you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, please sub and like this video if you like it. And you guys are awesome. So thank you very much, Maya. All right, so let's see who's next. Good evening, Bev, right from the UK. Hello, hello. I love you guys. You are up so late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning there. Rebecca saying, stay in your own lane. I think I got that out of context. So stay in your own lane, and where you go, have peace, soul peace. Yeah, I mean, if I'm connecting with you about what you're saying, because we have to live our own lives. We have to live our own lives, and when we want to help others, we can't change other people, and we can't. Okay, I know, because I've also lived through the narcissistic abuse. I don't normally use labels, but just for reference, so other people understand. I've known Rebecca for several years now, and from the time I was putting out narcissistic abuse videos on YouTube, which are no longer up there, because I don't. But anyway, at the time, when I started to realize what had happened, I wanted to help everybody. Oh, I'll check right now. AY, I will check right now about the donation. Did you use Cashapp or PayPal? And then I'll get back to this in just a moment. Okay, we've got Amanda and we've got A. Thank you very much, my dears. All right, so next up is, hang on a second. And why do I lean on that? Okay, next up we have, okay, right now we have, next up we're going to have AY. Is it A or I? How do I pronounce your name? And if I mispronounce it, please forgive me. I always do my best. And then right after A, we have Amanda. Okay, and thank you both for your generous donations. Okay. Okay, what was I just talking? Oh, yeah. All right. So when I really started to understand narcissistic abuse, and then other people would tell me what they're going through, or I would see they're in some cycle where the boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, and they're unkind to them, and the person's like, what do I do? What did I do? That kind of craziness and the circular thinking, and you stay in the relationship for years and years and years or whatever, and you're like, why is this happening? And then you're in this victim mode. That whole freaking thing. It's a big thing and a big topic, not for today. But I wanted to change everybody. I wanted to help everybody that I saw who had that kind of situation. I wanted to shake them and wake them, and I wanted to help them so that they didn't have to go through what I went through to learn the lessons. But I got to tell you something, guys, whether you're a parent or a teacher or a friend or a speaker like myself or an author, you can't live somebody else's life for them. You can live your truth, speak your truth, live for yourself in your most authentic way, in a way that brings you joy, and share whatever message you're drawn to share, in whatever, even if whether it's spoken or not, whatever, however you're drawn to share your light. That's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. However you're drawn to share your light. And then allow other people, hold space for other people. You can't fix them. And they're not broken. Nobody, let me tell you that. You're not broken, and they're not broken either. They're learning. Imagine that like a relationship, let's just label it for a moment, narcissistic abusive relationship. Your friend is in it, and think of that as like 12th grade or something. You know what I mean? It's a class they're going through, and they have to learn the lessons and graduate themselves. But you can hold space for them with love, not judgment, because they have, you know what I'm saying? So the more you love yourself, and this is a message for everybody right now, seriously. The more you love yourself and you are aligned with your own truth and you live your own truth, the more you put yourself out there and share your light with the world, others see that light. They're drawn to your light, like moths to a flame. I don't know, like bugs to a light. I don't even know what you know what I mean. I'm telling you, a light is very powerful. If you light one match in a pitch black room, there's a bunch of people and you're all standing in the dark, that one match is going to illuminate enough that everybody has some light. So it might be brightest, and thank you, Spirit. Might be brightest in front of you because you're holding the match because it's your light, but it's illuminating the room, and other people, even people in the distance, see that light, and they may be drawn, they may not be drawn. That's completely up to them. But your light shines and it affects everyone. It's the ripple effect. Think of the drop of water like in a puddle, and it ripples and it ripples and it ripples and it ripples. The same thing with you shining your light and your love and your vibration. So that's what I got to say about that. Laura says, yes, it's near 1 a.m. I'm in bed watching your live. You rock, you rock, you rock. You guys are awesome. All right. I'm going to read for A right now. Woohoo. Let me just see if I'm getting all the comments. Okay. So I. Okay. Thank you very much for clearing that up. I apologize for the mispronunciation. That was fun just now. And you know what? When I was younger, oh my goodness, if I would have misspelled a word or mispronounced a word, oh God, that would have tortured me. I mean, I had a mind like that, like, oh, can't make a mistake, not in English or whatever. You know what I mean? That was just, and now I'm like, you seriously, I couldn't live stream if I worried about making, whatever, because it's just real. Sorry, I know I keep changing my position here. Okay. Perhaps I need a new chair. I don't know. All right. So I is next. Yeah. So the donations now and everything is. I see my lease actually isn't up till July. I can probably buy out of it, but I know where I want to live. And in the real world, that when I called yesterday, they don't have any openings yet. But I will. I know it's my home. Excuse me. Energy is moving. I know. And then I walked over there. It's literally right next door. I've wanted to live there for a long time, but it wasn't the right time. Now is the time. I feel it. We walked over there. My friend and I. We were walking my dogs, and I was like, "This is home. This is home. There's beautiful trees and nice little. Their balconies in the front, not the back, but it's there. And they even have a pool and a dog park. Oh my God, we have nothing over here, which is fine. I've been really happy living here for 7 years, but literally, there's nothing. There's not, the only amenity is a laundry room that they don't really keep up very well. It's not their well. That's not real. Well, it kind of is their fault. Doesn't matter because I could complain about it. I'll tell you. You know what? You can have a really great day and then have like a lot of contrast in the afternoon. That happened to me the other day. I was literally high as a kite. I mean, energetically high. I was so happy. Oh my God. I meditated. I did my Zumba. I felt amazing. And then like the next 8 hours were just like, what in the heck happened there? It's like a tornado hit me, you know? Okay, really fast. I will share this. If somebody, okay, when a maintenance guy comes in to spray something or clean something in your apartment and doesn't bring a fan to ventilate it, and they spray toxic fumes and they don't even ask you if it's okay to spray anything at all. I had literally just told the guy that I had stage 4 lymphoma in 2017, and I don't even use chemicals in my home. I clean with vinegar. I use like Mrs. Meyer soap. Anyway, I thought I was literally physically going to die. I called poison. This is just yesterday. I called poison control. I didn't know what was going to happen. I couldn't breathe. I thought my dogs, my cats, I didn't know. Where was I supposed to go? I'm in my house and I couldn't breathe because the air was toxic. So that was really a lot of contrast for me. I think it would be for anybody, but anyway, it was for me. And I lost my cool. I shouted and cursed at the landlord and told him I never want the maintenance guy back at my house again. So, all right, whatever, whatever, I'm not proud of, the shouting that I did, but I also think that I deserve so much better than this. And I feel like I know that and I'm sharing it with you because I know that this is what spirit needed to do for me to trigger me to move because I was comfortable and because I like there's lots of things I like about this place. I like the size of my apartment. I like the fact that it allows big dogs. I like the trees outside. I like the quiet. It's so quiet. I like a lot of things. I like the price. It's a lot of things I like about this place a lot, and I always focus on those. So spirit had to like rattle my cage in a big way, you know, and they did. And I realized nothing's going to change. They're not going to ever fix the carpet with the tacks sticking up, or the thing where the air goes out, and or the fact that they don't fix whatever. You know what I mean? I deserve so much better. That's the bottom line. And this place is great, and I wish them nothing but love. I've enjoyed all the years I've been here, but I know it's time for me to move on. So that's what I'm doing. So I am manifesting this beautiful new home, and I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Okay, you're up. I needed to share that story. I knew when it happened that I was going to need to share it, but I had to be able to share it without being really angry. Because yesterday I was like, yeah. um, can't change anyone. That's correct. That's correct. And Rebecca says, there we go. However, you're drawn to share your light. Yes, exactly. And it should give you soul peace aligned with yourself and your truth. Thank you. You're very welcome. And then Laura's saying everything happens for a reason. Indeed, it does. Exactly. And I knew that while it was happening as well. Ah, thank you. I will get my dream home. I will. I will. Absolutely. Oh, hi, Denise Moss Davenport. Great to see you, my dear. Absolutely. I will definitely. And then I have Amanda. And then if you donate, it's open donations. So you can donate using PayPal or Cash App, and then you will be next. I mean, after I and Amanda, you'll be third. Okay. So yeah, absolutely. And the links are in the comments and also in the description below you're on Facebook. Okay. So it's pinned in the comments on Facebook and also up above in the description. Yeah. Yes, everything happens for a reason. So while I was going through that extreme contrast, it was extreme. I was calling my lawyer. I mean, I was calling poison control. You know what I mean? Oh my God. It was a lot. Ooh. Ugh. But then today I woke up and I was sad. I started out the day and I'm like, oh, I've got to meditate. I've got to get myself out of this. I've got to focus on, because the first, okay, wherever we think about, whatever we think about when we go to sleep is what we're going to wake up thinking about. So that's why I really want to invite you all to like meditate before bed or first thing in the morning or both, or say some positive affirmations or even just a gratitude list, something before bed, so that the last thing you thought about was something positive, because you're going to wake up thinking about that. It's the way the mind works. So I woke up, even though I'd watched some movies which had nothing. I watched Scooby-Doo. Literally, I watched the Scooby-Doo. I really wanted to just think of nothing important at all. I liked Scooby-Doo. But anyway, but then I woke up in the morning and I was still thinking about the other thing. And then my awesome friend and I went out and spent a few hours together, had lunch, walked the dogs, and my whole life changed, you know? And together we also mostly fixed the glass door, which wasn't done. And so, although we did buy some weather stripping, and she she believes that I can do that myself, and she would totally do it for me, and she will if I ask her to. But the fact that she believes that I can do that myself, I think I'm going to try. Because she actually did the rest of it today, the track and the thing, and to move it because the door was out of anyway. She's so gifted like that. We all have our gifts. Everybody can learn everything, but some of us are like, okay, not everybody. Anybody can play football if you learn how to play football. Not everybody's going to be a professional football player or have the ability to be that, or same thing with a professional dancer, or you know what I'm saying, or a psychic. Everybody has this ability. Is everybody going to do what I do? No. So I'm not a handyman at all. It's not my jam. Doesn't bring me joy, but I'm going to do that weather stripping. Yes, I am. Okay. You're up. You're up, my dear. Sharing is healing. Beautiful. Yes, 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 yes. You're absolutely right. It is, Amanda. It is. hmm It is. It's healing for me, and it's healing for you, because I know, spirit will. But it's also, I feel, important to share from a place of alignment. So I knew that I couldn't share anything about that story until I wasn't angry anymore. I was definitely angry. Well, I said some things. Said I wanted to kick the guy in the you know what. I was so, but I couldn't breathe. What do you do when you're in your home, your sanctuary? This is my sanctuary. This is my home. Our home, not just my animals and my furry cat. This is our home. And somebody violated my home. And I could, and the air was foul and it was toxic. You know what I mean? That it was a very negative experience to me. I perceived it very negatively. Of course, contrast, like I said, is neither good or bad or negative or positive. It's neutral, how we perceive it. But I also knew that there's a positive side. I couldn't see it while I was still angry. Um, but but that it made me know, I knew immediately that I meant to move. It's time for me to move because I deserve better. Yeah, I deserve to live in a place where the people that run the place and own the place care about it. Yeah. And they take good care of it and they care about their tenants and it has, things that resonate with me, And will that be a stepping stone to my next home? Sure, probably. But right now, that to me is my goal. That's where, and I'm open. Listen, I'll go where I just follow my alignment, and if spirit has another thing in mind for me, I'm following it. But I really see all the signs at the moment, all the signs that they're showing me like a path with like stones, and it's all leading right there, and literally because it's truly around the corner, um, it's in my comfort zone, and even more so because because it's really nice. But where I live now was an energetic improvement from the place I lived before this. So everything is better. Everything is good. We keep getting better and better. Let's do this. Oh, are these the card spirit? Okay, hang on. Oh, it's the purple ones. Purple, purple, purple. Ooh. It's amazing how much I have to share with you guys today. I love you guys. I really, really love you guys. That's the truth. Laura says, I'm absolutely shattered. What did you say? I'm absolutely shattered if I'm off to sleep. I have sent a request, so I don't miss your next week's live. Awesome. 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 Thank you so much for being here. Sleep well, my dear. Thank you so much for being here from the UK. You can always watch the rest on the replay, and I will definitely see you next Wednesday as well. So sleep well, my dear. Hi, Ada. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Right now, I'm about to read for I. And remember, guys, if you want a reading, I have and then I have Amanda, and then you will be next. Let me know if you use PayPal. Thank you, dear. If you use PayPal or Cashapp to donate, it is open donations tonight. I am accepting open donations. Donate from your heart, from your alignment, and that's it. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's see what we've got for you. 2 cards. Ooh, Spirit's really close because, they're always close when I'm doing this. They're right here, but I'm getting really warm. Could be a hot flash anyway. Reaching your destination. Hang on a second. Let me clear my energy for a minute too, because I've been chatting and talking to everybody, and so I need to just going down the meridians with my wand, my selenite wand. I think it's probably a slab, but whatever. Selenite. Spirit showing this to me as like a doctor washes their hands in between patients. I have to wash my energy, cleanse my energy in between readings or in between clients. Actually, before I read for you guys or private sessions, I shower first too. I mean, I don't, I have my rituals that keeps my energy just okay. This is for you, my dear. Reaching your destination. They're saying your goal is in sight. The card says your light is shining brightly, which it is. But they're also telling me to tell you whatever I just said. When they channel through me, I don't necessarily remember what they said because I didn't say it. that your goal is within sight. Okay, grace and gratitude. What a beautiful card. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. You are a bright light. Okay, one of these. Okay. What's that mean? They said third card from the left. Do I shuffle? Yes, shuffle twice, and then it's the third card from the top. Okay, hold on. One more time. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, they actually. Which one is it? They said ask him for a number. Okay, give me a number from like 1 to, I don't know. They said 1 to 10 because I know this is a card, and you got another one too. So while you're giving me a number, 13. Excellent. Okay, hold on. All right, 1, 2, 3. Counting out 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Leap. You go first and the universe will catch you. Now the other card I got for you is boundaries. There's a story going on here. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? You see all the hands like reaching out and see your energy, and everybody's like trying to grab a piece. You're a very, very giving person. It's your nature to be kind and polite and to say yes and to be accommodating, they're saying. But boundaries, establishing boundaries for yourself and learning to stand in your own power, say yes when you mean yes, say no when you mean no, and allow people to be or do or feel however they feel, but regardless of what it is. Like, let's say you say no, or even before you say no, that you know that if I say no, this one's going to get upset and that one's going to be bothered. That's not your problem. And I know that sounds kind of cold, but it really isn't. That's not, you don't control those people around them. A lot of us, and you're one, and I feel that you are one of them. Oh no, that's fine. Listen, if that's the number that resonated with you, it's the right card, which clearly it is. So this is very cool because we're talking about, oops, no, that one just dropped off my lap. Really? Is it still, where did it go? It like disappeared. One moment, I have to find it again. Card. All right, you're under my chair. Yeah. When people have a tendency to want to make other people happy, right? Or to please other people, there's nothing that you can do to make somebody else happy. In fact, and some people, and I don't know that you're this extreme, but I feel that you're a very kind and giving person, and that you always want to. They're showing me they're literally showing me like you're the kind that would want to like lay down your coat to have somebody walk over it so they don't step in a puddle, or roll out a red carpet so people can. You really, really want to have people to be comfortable, and you want to help them to be, which is great in some ways because you can use that as in your career. And I feel like in some way that you do actually, which is a good thing. But in general, when people are constantly trying to appease everybody else and make everybody happy, then no one's really happy because you're not happy. If you're constantly giving and doing and trying, that's the key word, right? Trying to accommodate and make others happy, then you're not in alignment. You're trying to give from an empty cup. Mm. Living an authentic life. I talk a lot and aloud, and donated through PayPal. Thank you so much, Ada. You will be right after Amanda. Let me just put you down on the list. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so very much. That was a very generous donation. The number in my PayPal account right now, literally 1111. I'm not even kidding. The total is it's 1111. It doesn't matter where the decimals are. That's not relevant. I just had to share. I looked and it's like 1111. Spirit, thank you. You're amazing. Oh my god. So, I mean, that just wow. Hmm. I love this game of life. This is so much fun. So they're showing me a light here, your heart light, right? You can't really see, but I'm showing my heart's chakra. They're right here. They're showing me a light. Energy's moving. It looks like a lantern. And you have the ability to adjust the light. You can turn up the light very, very brightly. And so your heart light is shining and shining and shining. And that light, they're showing me it's guiding. People see that light in all direct distance, miles and thousands of miles away. They're showing me the whole globe and beyond. They're showing me four corners. They're showing me 1, 2, 3. And these people from distant worlds and lands see your light. They are drawn, attracted to your light, your heart light. Just shine your light. Live your most authentic life. Be yourself. And that is like your greatest gift to humanity, because you really, and not just humanity, but other races, as multidimensional races as well. Wow. Very intentional being. That's a beautiful vision that they just showed me. So I hope that resonates with you. Yeah. So thank you very much, for allowing me to read for you today. Hope that resonates. And next up is going to be Amanda. But I want to read this. Ada says, that is awesome. I've been listening to the 1111 frequency music through the night. And it was your donation that just created that number. So that is an amazing synchronicity and very, wow. Yeah. That's incredible. Isn't that incredible? I love it. Oh, Isis, thank you. It did. You're so very welcome. You're so welcome. Vladimir, welcome. Great to see you again. Wonderful. Thank you for being here. Okay. You are also totally awesome. All right, Amanda, please say I'm here. I know you're here, but if you say I'm here, then I can find you. Although sharing is healing, but say I'm here anyway. All right. Thank you very much, Vladimir. And I will pull up let me put you on the list after Ada. Thank you very much. Okay. You're all so awesome. I appreciate every one of you so much. I truly do. I truly do. Yep. Yes, I do. All right, let me go down here. All right. Let me take a sip of my water. That 1111 thing was really cool. That was really cool. Yeah. A synchronicity for both of us. Well, for all of us, really, I love that last read. I love all the readings. I love spirit. I love you guys. And this is a total co-creation. And if you're watching on the replay, welcome. You are loved. There are messages here for you too. Mhm. So when I went to that restaurant with my friend today, they gave us a straw, which I don't like to waste things. Well, duh. I mean, like I don't like. I use as little plastic as possible. Like I still use plastic, but hopefully that'll change one day in this world. But anyway, so I thought I would use the straw again. For me, it felt like a sustainable thing to do. What can I say? All right. Next up, Amanda. Amanda, are you still here, my dear? I'm going to read for you right now. And I'll keep your name on the screen. So if for any reason you're not here right now, you will be later. Okay. Okay. Different deck. Which one? Oh, really? Okay. Asking it is given. We're going to the Abraham Hicks Law of Attraction cards. Again, I'm going to clear my energy. Oh, I'm here. There you are. I'm so glad. I felt like you were there, but I'm like, but I didn't see your name. I love the purple. Mm. Oh, wasn't that grounding? Hmm. Wow, that really was great. All right, aren't these cool? They sparkle in the light. Oops, this is the card. It's in this hand. It says, "But whose truth is the truth?" Oh, but whose truth is the true truth? Isn't this interesting? In the beginning of the video, we were talking about this. I was saying this and that are true. Let's see what the rest of the card says. Let's see if I can read it backwards. With enough attention to anything, the essence of what you have been giving thought to will eventually become a physical manifestation. And then, as others give attention to it, they help it expand. In time, this manifestation, whether wanted or not, is called truth. Deliberate creation is about deliberately choosing those experiences and making your truths. This is so powerful. This is so powerful. This is what I was talking about earlier, right? When I said that's my apartment. In fact, I've been all day. I've been saying that's my apartment. You know, the new apartment I was telling you about. I know that's my new home. I said I live in this apartment complex over there. You know what I'm saying? I just keep calling it my home, and I'm visualizing. In fact, I have it up on my screen. I can't really show it to you, but I have it up on my screen. View into the two bedroom, the room, view into dining room of a 2 bedroom, and I'm looking at the pictures and I'm seeing myself in it, and I'm actually going to. This is pertinent, so that's why I'm sharing this with you. And I'm seeing, and I'm thinking I'm going to not that I am going to actually like create some Trixie, please, there's no room for you right here, baby. I got all my cards out. Please wait, sweetie. I love you so much. Please be patient. I love you. You're perfect. Yeah. My cat wants to jump up here. So I'm gonna add like pictures of myself in these rooms, which I can do with graphics because I'm good with graphics and stuff. Or if you and you know if you have something that you want to, you could actually, if you can do it online, you can do it with graphics, or you could just cut them out of a magazine or whatever. You just like a vision board. Basically, it's like a vision board. That's exactly what it is. Vision boards are very powerful, and focusing on what you want. Trixie, please, dear, I know what you're going to do, and I don't want you to do it. She's like, you know, the cat when they're ready to pounce and they're like, ah. I'm like that. Yes, definitely. So it's creating the reality that you really want by focusing on it as if it already has occurred. And I feel like you know what I'm talking about, but it's coming up for you. So this is really, oh, thank you, Trixie, sweetheart. She jumped on that. So she's still gonna come over here, you know. Little girl. Oh, how about if I move these books? Here, I can move these books and then you can have the whole table to yourself over there. How's that? Watch this. Look at all that room. Look at that. A whole table to yourself. I swear. Okay, she's got a whole table to herself over there. She wants to lay on it. Yeah. I want her to be comfortable too. They're showing me books. Do you like to read? They're showing me books. Let's see more. I see a library. I see, looks like a lot. Hello, Trixie. That was inevitable. Look at this tail. It's so pretty. I see a lot of now. I see a lot of light. Big glass windows. What am I seeing? Rebecca says I ducked out because I think my energy was disruptive to yours. I'm so sorry. Thanks for giving me direction. Oh gosh, no. No, I love you being here, all of you. Don't ever think that. And trust me, that's I'm responsible for my own energy. This is a good lesson for all of us. We're who put an angry face up? Okay, whatever. I'm sure somebody just hit the wrong button. Um, we are all responsible for our own energy. We are all responsible for our own alignment. And nothing anybody else outside of myself can do or say can shift my alignment at all unless I allow it. And that's good or bad. Create truth. Yes. Create your truth. Trixie, I love you. I'll see you later. Yeah. So I'm glad you're back, Rebecca. Please stick around. I'm really glad you're here. Unless you don't want to. Totally up to you. But please don't ever leave because you think you're doing something to me, because you're not doing anything to anybody. Okay? We affect our own experience, and it's other people's responsibility to be responsible for their own truth that they're creating. Just like I'm creating my truth right now. Okay. You are totally invited to all my lives or replays or whatever you like, all of you. Okay. This is very powerful. So I see this room and I don't know why exactly yet. Although I'll tell you something interesting. Earlier, I was listening to Teresa Caputo, the Long Island medium. And the timing was actually, I was getting dressed and showered and stuff, but I had her playing in here because I had been listening to her do a reading for Wayne Brady, whatever. She's a really brilliant medium. But recently, and it's funny because I don't normally, but you're drawn to a certain teacher at a certain time. Okay. So in the last 2 days, I've listened to her a couple of times, and she was saying, hang on. And I'm going to have to paraphrase, but basically that spirit that she brings through, like out of her mouth, she'll say things that make no sense to her at all, but they're life changing for the other person. And so that's something that I'm still working on. She's got probably like a lifetime of experience as a medium, and I've been doing this professionally for about 5 years. Maybe not even 5 years. 18, 19, 20, 20. Really? Although I've always been psychic, but I didn't know. But anyway, my point is, Trixie. My point. All right, my cat. Now, my cat, on the other hand, can be a little bit disruptive. She's very beautiful, though. Look at her. She's so beautiful. And I'm going to put her down again. I love you. I'll see you later. Ow! She just launched herself off my belly with her claws. She didn't try that on purpose. She was just trying to get down. All right. So as we evolve in whatever it is that we are doing, and for those of us that are mediums, letting go of trying to figure out something like the room that I'm seeing for you. If I don't know what it is, it's okay, because it's for you. Meagan Fancher. Oh my God. Great to see you. Welcome, 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 dear. Oh, I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm so happy you're here. Yep. So the room that I'm seeing you in, it could be an airport. In fact, it is an airport, because big glass windows. There's planes outside, but there's books in here. But there's tables or chairs and sitting. I definitely see a book. They showed me a big book first, but now we're looking, and I definitely see it is an airport. I'm seeing United Airlines. Let me know if that resonates. Let me know if that resonates. And let me know if it means anything to you. They're saying travel. Is in your past, present, future, and your now. Two cards I'm pulling up for you. Amanda, unknown territory. Travel. Here we go. Unknown territory. Oh, look at the beautiful owl. Ooh, this is lovely. Snow. Interesting. You are exactly where you need to be. This is interesting. The next one, Mystic Healer. Oh, I love this. And again, with the owl, look at this. This is really significant for you. You absolutely have an owl as one of your spirit animals, one of your totem. I don't know if you want to call it totem animals or spirit animals. We'll just call it spirit animals. Carrie Clark Mustin. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my dear. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. But look at this. You see I think it's quite amazing. It's like the same owl. He flew from one card to the next. And there he is. This is magnificent. Healing energy flows through you. You are a natural born healer, Amanda. You're going to be traveling. I feel like unknown territory, traveling the world. You're going to be in some cold climates. I feel like this is relevant here in the picture. Stay warm. You're exactly where you need to be, wherever you are. That's what matters. Wherever you are at any given moment is exactly where you need to be. And you are this. You have this beautiful healing energy. So I do feel it's very significant, the airport that I saw for you. Again, with travel, sharing your gifts. Do you do healing now? Is this something that you currently do intentionally? Because what I feel like they're showing me like you're wearing white, like well, not exactly that outfit, but you're wearing white and you're walking off a plane, not like through a thing, but like as if you're stepping down, like there's a staircase to get off the plane onto the tarmac, I think is what you call it. Future. Okay. All right. Excellent. Okay. Excellent. All right. Perfect. All right. Let's see. The energy is swirling around me. You carry this light with you like luggage. But no, I don't mean that in a I don't mean baggage. I mean like it's part of you. You hold a lot of energy within you. I want to encourage you to ground, to utilize the energy. That's what I'm feeling. Like use the energy, whether you're doing healing um or not. I feel like you have so much energy that you can actually feel agitated sometimes. Or I hold a lot of energy myself. But I feel like you sometimes feel like you don't know what to do with yourself. Or you might even feel physical symptoms. You're not releasing enough energy. You need to, and I'm feeling it right now. Like shake it out. This is a great way to move energy too. Shake it, shake it. It's interesting when I do Zumba. She goes, I travel, but not physically. Okay, excellent. She goes, oh yes, just saw an owl as well. There you go. I love that. Very powerful. Very powerful. Carrie, I would love to read for you, my dear. I am doing readings for open donations tonight. And I currently do heal others. I knew it. I'm telling you, I feel it. And so it's important. Let me just tell Carrie, if you want a reading, let me see, I've got Amanda and then Ada and then Vladimir. I have room for one more person. So if you want a reading, it's an open donation. Just donate from your heart. And you can use either Cashapp or PayPal. Link is in the comments. Actually, you're on YouTube. No, you're on Facebook. Link is pinned in the comments and also up in the description. I'd love to read for you. And she goes, both intentionally and unintentionally. It's very, very clear. You're going to be doing this on a global. Actually, I feel like you do it globally. over the internet. Mhm. Mhm. I'm asking if you're going to be doing this physically, as like in person, face to face with somebody, with people as well. They said in time. Yes, they say it's something we were born to do. That you created this life for it. They're saying it's why you're able to harbor and hold so much energy, so much energy. So they want to remind you to also share it and expel it. If you're not going to use it, like let's say let's say you're having a lot of energy and you're not specifically doing a healing or whatever, shake it out. You could shake your hands, shake your body, you know what I mean? Just like do whatever it is that works for you. And I keep feeling this. I keep feeling like I want to do this. So whatever you need to do to make sure that you're grounded and that you're not holding all the extra energy, because even when you're even when you're healing others, oh, you're carrying other weight. Hang on a second, let me see something. Okay, they said you're sometimes unintentionally carrying the energy of others as well. Yes, constant energy. Yeah, your energy is really strong. It's very strong. But just do this right now if you're drawn. But I mean, I really recommend it. Just give it a shot. Just shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Shake your head, shake your hands, shake your whatever. The boobs are moving. I'm like shake your shoulders. I wasn't trying to shake them, but they move sometimes. Anyway, just saying shake, 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 shake your whatever that song is. Anyway, you'll feel the energy like in your hands, like buzzing. You'll feel your chi, not your energy. Well, I guess that is energy, but your life force, your chi, your prana. You'll feel that. But I feel like I think you're also going to feel like a relief from the extra energy that you're carrying, because you're not only carrying around energy that you carry to share in a positive healing way, but you absorb the energy of others. They're showing me like a bit giant sponge, and so you're holding the energy of a lot of people, and so they want you to let it go, let it go. Yeah. To just shake it out, let it go. So this way you're not, and that could be any kind of grounding, but I do specifically feel for you this because I did and I stopped for a while. Okay. Well, always follow your alignment, follow your highest excitement. Whatever you're drawn to do in this now moment that and also this is what Bashar talks about. I don't know if you Bashar is channeled by Daryl Anka. To like, okay, so sometimes there's things that were really, and this goes for everybody, by the way, like a catalyst. Yes. Let's go back to this before I talk about that. Okay, hang on a second. Ooh, excuse me. Energy's moving. Yes, yes, yes. A catalyst, exactly. Some things in life we're really excited about and we're really drawn to, and we know it. It's so obvious. It's like, oh my god, this is like my favorite ice cream, or I'm like, or like the way I feel about that new apartment, my new apartment, right? My new apartment that I'm moving into. Oh my god, I love that place. I'm so excited about it. It just there's not I like everything about it. It just really resonates with me. Yes, transmute their energy. Thank you. I couldn't have said it better. That's exactly what needs to be done. The transmutation of the extra energy. I feel so soul satisfied right now. That's exactly what needed to be said. You are such an intuitive girl. But this is all very, very, oops, powerful. All right. So that is what I have for you tonight. And I hope that resonated with you. Mystic healer that you are. Unknown territory, owls, and some cold weather. I'm excited to hear more about it. Then let me know whoever donates for the next reading. It's probably going to be the last one. After everybody that's donated already is, of course, going to. I'm going to read for you now. But if you're new, if you're just getting here and you want, oh, thank you. Thank you, Ada, for that. I'm glad you appreciated that. I hope Amanda liked it. I feel like you probably did. Yeah, that was powerful. Somebody, I want to, if you want a reading, I will be glad to read for you. I have Ada next, and then I have Vladimir, and then I can do at least one more. It just depends on spirit and voice, and because I talk a lot and I talk loud and whatever. So sometimes but this usually about 2 hours, which we're only coming up on 2 hours. So this one's going to run long, and that's okay. I'm happy. I'm here. I feel good. I wanted to just say something. Kelsey says, I seriously don't know how much more grief I can take. And I'm sorry that you're going through a lot right now, my dear. And Melanie's saying, I feel your pain, but just remember your loved ones are around. Your loved ones are always around. Let me share something with you. When people die, okay, this is my first, I can take or leave. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. Christmas isn't a big deal to me like it is to a lot of people. Um, I have my own thoughts about it, but I love the overall collective energy, happiness. I like that every day. But I know on Christmas, like as a collective, a lot of there's a lot of people focusing on happy things. On the other hand, there's also a lot of pressure and commercialism and consumerism and all that stuff that causes stress. My point is, I don't know how I got there. When someone dies, transitions, what? Oh, it's a shadow from my microphone. It's bothering me. Well, it doesn't have to if I don't want it to. Maybe if I move that light. Oh, that's better. The shadow was distracting me. Hang on. That train of thought hasn't come back yet. If it does, I assure you, you guys will be the first to know. If it's important, Spirit will bring it through again. Usually when I release a thought, okay, yeah, not back. Okay, that's all right. It'll come back or not, and that's okay too. All right, next up is Ada. Ada. Oh, Kelsey. Okay, so let me know, guys, if you donate for a reading, because I am doing readings for open donations, and I will do at least one more reading. Let me see. I don't know if anybody else has donated yet. Yeah, no, not yet. Okay, so there's definitely room for one more, maybe two. All right, so please feel free to donate using the PayPal or the Cash App link. It's an open donation. Donate from your heart, a number that resonates with you. Okay, and then you'll be next after Ada and Vladimir. Okay, and welcome. And if you're here and you want to just listen, that's cool too. Just, there's going to be a message in here for you anyway, because if you're drawn to listen or watch and listen, then you're going to see that there's stuff that's going to resonate with you because you're meant to be here. There are no accidents. Okay. Alrighty. Awesome. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Thank you, Spirit. When your loved ones transition and you're feeling like, let's say that you're sitting there and you're okay, and all of a sudden you think about them and you feel in your heart and you're like, oh God. And then you're maybe like, this happens to me. I'll use myself as an example. Sometimes, like the other day, I'm sitting there, I'm like, my mom transitioned last February. So this is my first holiday season without her on the earth. And I mean, she was 91 and stuff, but that's my mom and she's gone. All right. So, but she's not gone. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So all of a sudden I felt like this, I felt like tears. I said, I miss you, Mom. And I had some tears and I said, oh my God, you're right here. That's why when they're right there, when you suddenly start thinking about your loved ones like that and you feel and the tears are coming, it's because they're there with you, but you're perceiving them. You're looking through the lens of sadness because you might miss them at the time. Like with my dad, I rarely cry over he's been transitioned a long time. I work with him all the time. My mom, I work with all the time now. She's with me pretty much both of them. But my mom, a lot more than a lot. She's with me a lot. And in fact, we're together more now than we ever were when she was alive. And we have more in common now. So that's really cool too. And she really works with me a lot. But sometimes when I'm sitting there minding my own business, all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, I miss you. And I'm like, oh, hi, Mom. Because immediately the tears will kind of like dry up. Sometimes maybe not. Maybe I feel like crying for a few minutes, but they're right there. So so what Melanie's saying about I feel your pain, just remember your loved ones are around. They are. They are around. We take at some point, we all take off our physical suits. We don't go anywhere. I know people think about heaven or whatever, but that's a story. It's a different dimension, but they're all here. We're all here, here and now. We're all here and now. It's not somewhere else, somewhere up there. It's there's everywhere. We're here. They're here. And if you call them and you ask them, you know, to be with you, then they will be. And sometimes they're, it's amazing. If you could see all the people, and some people see spirit like like the movie Ghost. I don't see them that clearly, but I feel them, I sense them. Sometimes I do see them. It depends. Every psychic and medium is different. That's my way is my way. But when for me, feeling is a big thing. Is a big thing. And oh, check this out. This is important too. Yesterday. Okay, yeah, yesterday. I felt my mom. Something about my mom. And I said, I was drawn, I was meditating or whatever, and I was drawn. Sorry about the beginning of that story. The point is, I was drawn to say, Mom, where are you? Are you in front of me, behind me, on my left or my right? And in that instant that I said that, I had a sharp stabbing pain in my right ear. I was like, literally, I'm getting a pain in my head right now in the left. Thank you, Mom. It happened instantly. Now, that was extremely obvious. I'm like, whoa, you can stop now. And it stopped right away too. But of course, now I'm talking about it. She's doing it again. But I knew immediately, okay, Mama's on my right. And so I said, well, you're always going to be on my right. So that Mom stays on my right. Mama's on my right. And you can ask spirit questions like that. Mom, grandma, dad, whatever, where are you? Are you in front of me, behind me, on my left or my right? Close your eyes, quiet your mind, and see what happens. I expected something very subtle. I really did. I thought maybe a tingle on my scalp or something, but this was like, I'm right here. I'm like, ow, that hurt. And I don't have any ear infections. I have no pain. I'm just feeling, you know what I'm saying? So when you feel, when something suddenly like that, I ask you after you ask a question too, it's got meaning. So I love that. I had to share that with you. Okay. Ada, you're next, my dear. Hello, Tina Simpson. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, you are very welcome, Amanda. You're so welcome. That was a beautiful reading. And thank you for allowing me to read for you. And thank you for your generous donation. Kelsey, I would love to read for you, my dear. Again, I am doing readings for open donations tonight. And you can be the last one if you'd like, right after Ada and Vladimir. You can use PayPal or Cashapp. And now we are doing Ada Kelly. And the card that just came up, and I love this because usually when always when I'm drawn to share a story, it's part of the reading of the person anyway. And so look at this. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? And this is from the Divine, not Divine Dog. It's the Work Your Light Oracle card by Rebecca Campbell. The niggling feeling. Trust the niggle. So it might feel like a sharp stab in the ear. Usually it doesn't. Often or maybe it does. I don't know. For me, it usually doesn't feel like that strong. That was a specific thing to let me know. Oh God, this is really interesting. Okay, so they're saying trust the niggle, and then niggle is normally a subtle type of something, or maybe not. It's not so subtle, but you might feel. You'll know. Everybody feels it in their own way. For me, I feel spirit on my scalp, like tickling my scalp, it feels like. And it's sometimes on the top of the head, sometimes on the side. It usually depends on what guide it is. And I feel different things. Sometimes something feels like a bug on me. And I'm like, Spirit, can you please do something different? Because that makes me want to swat a mosquito. I'm not really sure how to handle that. But anyway, just, you can talk to Spirit. I think you know that. But they're reminding you to trust the niggle. They're reminding you to trust the subtle nuances. They're reminding you. Now, there's something going on right now that you're wanting an answer to, or something you're thinking about doing or going. And they're saying, just wait, hang on, wait, postpone, pause, say no, and that you know what it is. Whenever they give me this card, it's always an indication that you know what that is about, and it's not something that I'm going to be winding up. Like they're saying that you know what it is. Okay. Yeah, chills. Sometimes chills, and they come in differently. Awesome. Yeah, that's That's a niggle, you know? I think, yeah. Oh, she says yes. Okay, perfect. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They always do that. They'll know because there's certain things they don't discuss, obviously live because it's public, and and if it's something important that you need an answer to, or something they want you to know, then they give me this card, and that's it's interesting because the more I read, the more years I do it, and the more I use. Um, I love that. I don't need these tools, but I love working with cards, especially live streaming, because it helps me to show you. I mean, I can describe what I'm seeing, clairvoyantly, but I also it helps both of us if I can show you something. So this is and this particular one always means that you know what it is, and that's I'm gonna okay. Let me just see this for just a moment. What does it mean you have a humming in your ear, kind of like a continuous ringing? If it's continuous, okay. If it doesn't ever stop, I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you that downloads, um, or communication with spirit, for me personally, often it's like a sudden loud ringing, or sometimes it feels like my ear is muted. I mean that's an extreme one, but that happens sometimes. Like almost like I almost go like I'm deaf in one ear for a moment, or a few seconds, or maybe 30 seconds, where I'll just relax into it. Try this, Tina. Try relax. I feel like I know I'm reading for you, Ada, but I feel like addressing that with Tina, and so I feel a feeling it's gonna connect with both of you. If you hear it ringing in your ear, just what I do is take a breath, and I always say to myself, download, and I just relax into it. And it passes. It passes. Okay. But you're going to notice that I'm always curious to see what happens after that, because whenever I get a download, something interesting, some kind of evolution or whatever, more gifts or something new is going on, or a message. Now, Ada says, work has been trying to get me to work double shifts, but my health is an issue at the moment. So I'm putting myself first. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. That's so important. I'm so glad you said that. You have to put yourself first. And that is definitely your answer, my dear. And I know your energy. I know you're like a super kind, beautiful, wonderful person who wants to help everybody. But sorry, the finger pointing thing. But that taking care of yourself is key, is key. And you do hear a lot of ringing. Okay. I'm telling you because I know. Let me see what they want to say. They said, show her the card in this hand. All right. Purification. Well, that's interesting. Does that have to do with the ear ringing spirit? They're saying yes and no. Let me get some clarification on this. Okay, they're saying as far as the ringing, you can also, okay, so sometimes it's a download, right? And a message. If something is troubling to you, or it's too much or whatever, first of all, you can always tell spirit, ow, that's too much, please stop. Or make it more subtle because it's too strong, or whatever. Talk to them. You're not. Oh, she loves the card. I'm so glad. You're not a victim here, guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if spirit is communicating with you in a certain way and it's not working for you, then let them know. And if you want them to communicate with you in a certain way, let them know. Like when I said, Mom, where are you? And I think they prompted me to ask the question because it came out of like nowhere. So, but I'm like, where are you? And she's like, here. So it's important to establish um, communication with them, and it's honestly, it's in a way, it's kind of like communicating with your dogs or your cats, or an animal that doesn't use human language in the same way that you do usually, but yet you communicate with them. Well, spirit, you can't see them. Maybe you can. Some people, most people, I think the majority of people don't see spirit with their human eyes yet. But whether you see them or not, they're there. And so everything is telepathic anyway, but I don't want to go too far into that right now. And this is really important because I need to work more on talking to them. And that is a great goal. In fact. Oh, but let me share about the card. Take a shower, wash your hands, use like pink salt or something with water. They're also showing me soak your feet in water, which is I've never seen them do that before. It's like walk in a puddle or soak your feet in water. Anything to get water, hands or feet. They're showing me hands or feet or full body full body, and that will clear out anything, any other energy that you don't want. And that's a great tip for any. I literally do have a mosquito bite because I'm sitting here scratching and scratching. I'm like, oh, that's attractive. I just keep scratching, but it itches. Tina's saying I worked to ask spirit to lower the tone, and it did. Excellent. Yeah, that I absolutely I understand. Now, okay, so Ada's saying we need more work talking to them, and that they're saying meditation, collaboration, consideration, and precipitation. Precipitation? Do you mean rain or? They said we do. Water's definitely significant for you. She goes, yes, I love to stand in the rain. Yes, I'm so getting it. I love that. Remember, I was just saying earlier that, like I commented on what Teresa Caputo had said, where things she might say don't mean anything to her. She doesn't get it, but it means something a lot to the world, to somebody else. Yeah. So the precipitation, because I totally agree with that. Yeah. Nailed it. So thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I love reading for you, Ada. You're so awesome. And thank you for your generous donation. So now next up is Vladimir. Vladimir, my dear, are you here? Say hi. Oh, let me see. Ada's saying my shaman guide gave me the name Dancing Rain. Are you serious? Boy, oh boy, between the 11:11, oh, I keep leaning on the volume. Hold on. Between the 11:11 and all the information, right? Dancing Rain. Your name is Dancing Rain. I love that. I absolutely love that. Tina's saying my first time here. I'm so glad. You are so welcome here, my dear. You are so glad you're here. And if you want a person, well, anybody who wants a private reading, you can inbox me. I still have until January 1st. I do have buy one, get one free readings for private readings. So we do 1 hour on Zoom, and it could be a reading and a healing or a reading and a energetic cord removal, which is normally more, but it's okay because basically it's 2 hours worth of service for the price of one, and and it doesn't have to be done. You can do like a 2 hour reading, or you can do 1 hour now, 1 hour in 3 months, so whatever you want is 2 for 1. Those are private readings. As far as right now, I have room for one more. So if you would like a reading right now, I am doing this for open donations, and I will do this again next Wednesday as well. Let me take a look at the dates next Wednesday. Okay, that'll be January 5th of 2022. So this is our last Wednesday for 2021. Can you believe it? I'm feeling good about Wednesday. I'm feeling drawn to continue. So we will continue as long as I'm drawn and you're drawn, and yeah. All right. All right, Vladimir, there you are. Okay. It's a pleasure to read for you. And thank you again, Ada. I always enjoy reading for you, my dear. All righty. Cool. Okay, let me cleanse my energy again. One moment. I'm going to get a sip of water too. I'm not sure the straw thing is really working for me, but it just. See, this says next week is a check day. Woohoo! All right, girl. Yeah. I'm going to keep coming on Wednesdays. Wednesday now. I mean, for now, anyway. Let's just say I will commit to 2 Wednesdays for January. And I will continue with the open donations until unless it doesn't resonate. But right now it's still resonating. So let's look at every Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. And we will continue to do the open donations. And I'm excited because I'm excited to feel the shift in the energy between 2021 and 2022 and to talk to you guys about that. Also, I have an amazing group called High Vibrational Mastery, the group on Facebook. Please feel free to join the group. Join our group. It's an amazing group. We have about close to 3,000 people now. It's soul family reunited. We talk about things like this, talk about spirit, law of attraction, high vibrational living. It's all good. It's a safe, happy, uplifting place. There's no drama, no politics, no news like that. You know what I mean? It's this stuff, spirit talk. It's good stuff. Unless it doesn't resonate with you, but if it doesn't, you wouldn't be watching right now. So if I resonate with you, you're gonna like my group, High Vibrational Mastery, the group, and I will actually give you the link. Let me get you the link. hmm Oops, let me go to Facebook first, and then we have Vladimir. I will be right with you, my dear. Also, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any of my live streams or new videos and uploads and stuff like that. I want a fire pit. I can't show you. Hang on, maybe I can. No, maybe I can. Hold on a minute. No, I can't. I thought I could turn the camera and show you, but it wouldn't work. But anyway, somebody posted a picture of their beautiful fire pit, and I'm like, it so resonate with fire, the energy of fire. It's fantastic when it's contained in a nice, safe place. But that fire is alive too. It's amazing. All right, so I was about to give you the High Vibrational Mastery, the group link, and I'll do that right now. Mhm. Yes, I will. All right, I added it on Facebook. Now I'm going to pop it into the YouTube. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so Vladimir is the last reading for today. Let me just make sure, see if anybody else donated. I don't think so, but this will be perfect because it's over 2 hours, and that's good. If my energy starts to drain, then I'm done. Because all right, it's always my intention and successfully to give my absolute best. Okay. All right, Vladimir, one moment. Let me just quiet my mind for a moment. I'm feeling the energy going around this way, like around my body this way. And it looks like a wheel and it feels like a wheel. And they started singing the song, I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round. I really love to watch them roll. I believe that's by John Lennon. Let me know if that resonates with you because that's the song I'm getting for you. Tina just put in to join the group. Awesome. Sharon Hinton, welcome, welcome, welcome. What do I see for you for 2022? If you would like for me to read for you, I can fit in one more reading before I finish for the night. I am doing for open donations tonight, so you can use PayPal or Cash App, and I'll be very happy to have Spirit answer that question for you. I love it. He says yes, yeah. It's I'm just sitting there watching the wheels go round and round. I really love to watch them roll. Yeah, no longer riding on the merry-go-round. I just have to let it go. Right? Is that what the words are? Have to let it go. I'm off key right now, but that's not the point. The point is the meaning behind it. All right, let's go with the next. It's coming around. Okay, so all this is relevant. Reaching your destination. This is really interesting. It's like a bubble, isn't it? And it's round. I kind of feel like you're on a wheel, like you're on a wheel, and you're like doing the same thing that they're saying a pattern. There's a pattern, Vladimir. There's a pattern. I don't know. Does it have to do with they're saying arguments or disagreements or in relationships? There's a pattern that you've been on this wheel, on this merry-go-round for a while, and they're inviting you to observe your thoughts, practice mindfulness, be present in the moment, and be aware. So if you notice, so if you're aware, okay, instead of just living your life on autopilot, which anybody that's watching that is watches my live streams like you do is not really living on autopilot. You're coming out of that because that's as we awaken, we start to become aware of our existence and become self-actualized. Um, but sometimes we need, well, not sometimes, it needs we need to be conscious of our now moment. Otherwise we just flow. Well, flow is a, feel that is a very good word, but otherwise we can just be on autopilot through old programming. What I'm trying, let me get clear on how they want to say this, because I'm not doing that great of a job. Spirit, how do you want to say it? Okay. That when you're aware of your life, you're going to recognize patterns. So let's say you're having an issue or communication with someone, and it's like, haven't we said the same thing before over and over again in different ways? And it keeps coming up again and again and again. That's a pattern. That's a pattern. That's a wheel, and it's going around and around. And they want you to like stop and get off the merry-go-round and look at the merry-go-round and observe it. So you're observing yourself and your life and your situation. It's not about blame or anything like that. You're not pointing any fingers. You're like, you're not at yourself either. There's no finger pointing at all. You're like, okay, wait a minute. I see this. I see this now. Even if you're doing it like for like 30 years, you can just stop and say, you know what? I see this now. I recognize that there's a pattern. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. I was married like 4 times, maybe 5. I don't know. I lost count. And I kept thinking I was marrying different people because I didn't, I was attracting the same type of relationships that my parents had with each other, which were, well, sort of. Anyway, um, that's a whole other package to open up and talk about it another time about how we attract things. But we attract the kind of things we saw in our childhood. So if our parent, if like we have a domineering parent, we often attract a domineering partner, or if passive or whatever. So I kept marrying people that I fell madly in love with, and I thought, oh, they're so different than the other one. And then I would wind up having the same that was on the wheel. I had the same type of arguments and the same problems and the same things over and over again. I'm like, oh my God. It took me years. It took me like literally like over almost 50 years of my life, about 49 of those years, to realize, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's not them, it's me. It's me. Not that it's not, there's no blame. I'm not blaming myself on or them either, but I'm just saying it. I realized that I was doing the same thing over and over. I was attracting the same type of people. I have to see if that was a thing. I was attracting the same type of people, and I was having the same type of interactions and the same dramas and the same things. And so when you are able to look at it and recognize that it's a pattern, then you can change it. Awareness is key. Awareness is key. Once you're aware that you have a pattern, you can say, "Okay, Spirit, can you help me to transition out of this pattern, or to evolve past this pattern? How can I release this? How can I release this? What is this? What is it?" And then okay, excellent, let me see what you're saying here. He said, I noticed that pattern in my relationships. I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. If you ever want to book a private reading with me, I feel drawn to specifically say to you, I feel like Spirit has more things they would love to talk to you about, as well. That would be private. But for now, I feel this about the relationships. Yeah, for sure. And I'm glad it resonates. So just they just really want to bring your awareness to it. They really want to bring your awareness so that you recognize the patterns, and then you can stop and say, okay, well, what is it? What is at the root of this, or how do I release this? Or just ask them, and then let go of the question, because Einstein said it too, about how, and I'm going to have to paraphrase, that the problem and the solution resonate to different frequencies. The same thing with a question and an answer. So if you have a question and you're focusing on the question, let's say it's a radio station, right? And the question is at 88.3 on the dial, right? But the answer is at 102.7. Well, if you keep listening to 88.3, you're never going to hear the answer. So if you keep focusing on the question, you're not going to hear the answer. If you keep focusing on, let's say it's a problem and a solution. If you keep focusing on the problem, you're not going to hear the solution. But let's say you stop focusing. You're like, okay, this is the problem, or the question, and I release it. And then you raise your vibration, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, that's it. I got the answer now. It can just come like that. But as long as you keep focusing on the problem itself or the question, then you're stuck there for a while. And I really feel like you're ready to move past that. I feel like you're moving past that. I do. I feel like you're in a good place and you're ready to move past it, and you're saying progress, moving forward. Mhm. Again, reaching your destination. You're getting off the Ferris wheel, the merry-go-round. Ooh, 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 ooh. Vladimir, look at this. You got the shaman card. That's a very powerful card. I don't pull this card for everybody. There's one person, Kimmy Siegel. I don't know if you're still here, Kimmy. I've been pulling this card for her for years. Almost every time that I read for her, and she is a shaman. And I mean, now more than ever because it's amazing. I'm telling you, this is a powerful card. I know when Spirit shows me this card for somebody, you are an old soul. You are a shaman in another life or other lives. They're also saying in my mind, a mystic healer, ancient healing wisdom. So you're a very powerful energy, a very powerful energy. And the sooner you become aware of yourself and self-actualized, as we were talking about before, and recognizing the patterns and releasing them, and you continue to evolve and awaken, the sooner you'll be able to tap in. Actually, it's not like you have to wait till you release things to tap into yourself. They're letting you know that this is you. This powerful soul is you, that you are a natural healer, you're a natural shaman. Oh, that's interesting. They're showing me your Native American life for you. What else? Anything else? Voodoo priest. That's interesting. Cult leader. Okay. No judgment, just saying that it's very powerful leadership qualities, very, very spiritual. Mm. And okay. In some lives that you were on, like in the gray area, in the gray of the light and dark, you were kind of in the middle, and leaning even maybe toward one more side or the other. But now the world is moving more into the light, and you're here to bring the light. You're here to evolve into your next incarnation and to share your light and your power. And they're bringing this card up for you too. We saw this card earlier on another reading. Trust the niggle. They're really letting you know to trust your feelings, trust your gut, trust that however it works for you, however spirit communicates specifically with you, and it's going to be different for everybody. Let me see. I'm asking if they want to give me more details. When you get that feeling, we just call it the niggling in general, like that. You get that niggle. Um, Trust that, because that knowing, it could be a knowing, it could be a knowing, it could be a feeling, it could be a physical feeling, it could be you hear it or you see it. You'll know something. And then once you get used to knowing, to being aware of what that knowing feels like, or then I'll just call it the niggle, because you may not do the knowing thing. Whatever that niggle feels like to you, that gut feeling, that's important, because once you're aware of that, you'll be able to recognize it every time it comes up. And then you'll be able to tap into your power. And you have a lot of it. You have a lot of it. So you're going to be tapping into your own power. And they're bringing it forth. They're showing me really like they're doing this, like bringing it from inside out, inside out. So what does that mean, spirit? Like bringing from your gut out. What is that? What is that? They said he'll know. Okay. Okay. Well, then you'll know. And Vladimir says, yes, but I'm guilty if using logic to dismiss it at times. There's no guilt, there's no shame, there's no judgment. Yeah, listen, most of it, we were programmed, literally programmed, TV programs, schools, parents, well meaning teachers, priests, rabbis, whatever, people, they taught us what they knew to the best of their ability. And a lot of times, it had nothing to do with the true nature of reality. That we're light beings, that we're in these bodies, that it's like wearing a costume. I mean, what if that were, and again, if anything I say doesn't resonate with you, let it go. This is my reality. I'm sharing with you my understanding of life, the universe, and everything. And but I do feel that very strongly that you are um, learning to discern and learning to recognize the feeling. And once you're aware of it, even if you, hi, Pauline, welcome, dear. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, welcome, Kendria. Hi. Um, then that's how you can start trusting it. If you trust it once and you're like, oh, yeah, it felt like this. And then this, and it was right. I was right. And you'll see it doesn't take long once you start doing it to recognize it. And and you can talk yourself out of it sometimes. The logic may say, no, I wouldn't. And then later on, you're like, oh, I should have listened to my gut. That's okay. Lesson learned, you know? So, all right, that's what I've got for you tonight, my dear. Thank you again for allowing me to read for you. I hope that resonates with you. It's been a pleasure reading for you again. So that was cool. You guys are so awesome. I love you all so much. All right. I believe Vladimir was the last one. If anybody, let me just see if anybody else donated. If anybody else donated for a reading, I'll read for you right now. Otherwise, Vladimir was the last one for the evening. I will be back again next Wednesday, and that will be January 5th. Let me just check. That next Wednesday will be January 5th of 2022. Can you believe it? Let me check Cashapp. I don't want to miss anybody. If you donated for a reading tonight, let me know if I haven't read for you yet. So far, I'm pretty sure I got everybody. Oh man, this is beautiful. Thank you. You're welcome. And Vladimir says, thank you. You guys are the best. The best, the best, the best. Pauline, did you want to donate for a reading before I go? Let me know, dear. I'd be happy to read for you. It'd be my pleasure. I'm doing it for donations, open donations, open donations. So whatever number resonates with you. But I'm just looking to see. No, the only one I see on Cash App was from this earlier. Let me just say thank you. Okay. Kendra is asking, is it too late for me to donate for one? No, if you want to donate right now, I will do one more reading. Yeah, I will stick around for one more reading and let's do it. I'm ready. I knew there was going to be one more. I kept knowing, like I had that knowing, that niggle. I'm like, I know there's somebody, one more person wants a reading, one more person. Let me go get some more water and you can use Cash App or PayPal. All right, I'll be right back. I'll get some water and I'll be, yeah, open donation. I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, sounds perfect. hello there. All right. Well, okay. You want to ask about pregnancy? I don't generally do that. Let me see what Spirit has. I will bring through anything Spirit has. Hi, puppy. Oh, my puppy's giving me kisses. Well, thank you, puppy. I love you too. Did you use Cash App? You must use Cash App. Let me pull it up. Puppy pants. He's so sweet. Let me see. There you are. Okay. Thank you, Kendra. Kendria. That's a pretty name. All right. I see one Cash App. Okay. So you're very welcome. Welcome, Evelyn Smith. I'm so glad you are here. Oops. Just trying to. I think I need. Oh, I'm good. Maybe a new pillow. Maybe a new chair. Maybe I just need to. Puppy, I love you so much. But he's like, Mommy, I just want to keep. He's just giving me so many kisses right now. Are you just keep giving me kisses? And then more kisses? He's like, I stop now. He's looking at the time. He's like, Mommy, it's time for you to go to bed now. Oh, it's been a long live stream, almost 3 hours today. Okay. So, all right. Well, let's see. All right. How far along? I am the sex that I'm carrying. Thank you. And okay, I can't promise you that Spirit's gonna. I don't know what they're gonna say, but let me see. Okay, I'm gonna give you what I'm feeling. I feel male. And remember, psychics are still human beings, and I don't generally do. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling, and that's that. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. But it does. The energy feels male to me, and strong, and healthy. 8 weeks. I mean, I really don't. I mean, this is so out of my comfort zone, to be honest with you, as a human and as a reader. But but this is what I'm seeing, and so I know it's not me; it's Spirit, because I don't have a clue. Um, could it be 8 weeks? Is it possible? I love it. She goes, oh my goodness, you're on it. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Let me see if there's anything else. I love that. That's some awesome validation there. Thank you. You said it's going to be a tough kid. Because I failed to make 2. Yes, it's possible. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's going to be a tough kid. Strong. Like, I feel physically strong and bullheaded. More awakened, coming into the world more awakened than most. They're using an expression I've never heard before, saying on the higher side of awake. Part of the new influx of souls that are coming in, that are old souls and are intentionally coming in right now in this new reality and this new energy to help to evolve the planet as part of the group consciousness and move Earth and the collective souls to the next level. So your job as his mom is an important one. You are here to hold space. And if it's a girl, that's okay too, because but I do feel it's a boy. But this is going to be a powerhouse. This is going to be a really strong soul. Coming here with like this intentionality. And I feel like as a mom, it's natural to want to like guide and shape and molding because you are doing it in that, but they're inviting you to hold space and allow this child to become what this child is meant to become. She said, I said I felt a boy last night to his dad. Oh my goodness. Feels like a boy to me too. Feels like a strong boy. Might even be into sports. They keep showing me like a stocky boy, and now I'm not seeing a baby. I'm seeing a little young boy now. For what it's worth, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I see it short hair, short brown hair, like maybe with bangs. Not maybe with bangs, white skin, maybe some freckles, and it's kind of stocky. This is like a small child. The child I'm seeing might be 8, 7, 8, something like that. Now, I don't know if this is the same boy or if you have another boy. She goes, "Oh my goodness, the dad is stocky. His son's going to be stocky too." Yeah, this is a strong boy. Do you guys have another child together, or is this going to be your first? Congratulations, by the way. Okay, they said that's enough for tonight. So I thank you for asking that question. As our first together, that's really cool. That's really cool. I'm excited for you both. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Kendria. Yeah, the question surprised me, but obviously it was meant to be. Because if you had told me ahead of time, I probably would have said, "Oh, I really don't do that." But because we had already said yes, and so it was meant to be, and I'm glad because it just taught me that I can bring through anything, honestly, which I can. So that's cool, and yeah. Cool. It's such an important topic but you're going to be a wonderful mom, both of you, and just but they do want to just remind you to just hold space and let this soul become and grow. Definitely going to be a bit of a stubborn streak because he's coming in knowing a lot, knowing more than well. You're still young too, but I'm not so young. I'm an evolved soul anyway, but I'm an older soul. I was born in '65, so people like me we're not born like no, some of them were. I shouldn't say people and so general. Besides, I was born very awake, but then I went to sleep. Yeah, he's not going to do that. It's a whole different timeline we're living on now. I'm excited. I'll stop talking about it now because I'm already talking. I'm talking out of my own head now, but I'm excited for you, and that was really cool. So, thank you again. And that was my last reading for the night. I see you, Desmond Sims. Welcome. And I see you, Evelyn. Welcome. And I see you, Kim Edwards. Welcome. You can definitely ask a specific question, but I'm not doing any more readings tonight. I'm tired. I'm going to bed now. I've been here almost 3 hours. So, but I'm going to be here next Wednesday again. You're very welcome, Kendria. So I'll be here again next Wednesday and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually the show is 2 hours, but oh, wow. Your birthday's on New Year's Eve. Oh, wow. And 66. Okay. Cool. What a cool birthday. That's far out. Mine, I'm in March. I'm a March baby. That's very cool. All right, my dears. I love you all. Oops, what was that? Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. My friend's looking at, yeah, we're still looking at my new apartment and stuff like that. Okay. I'm going to go. I love you. You're amazing. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Remember, we're doing every Wednesday is open donations, at least until I change my mind, but I don't see that happening right now. So for January, every Wednesday, just like December, is going to be open donations. I go live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can donate using Cash App or PayPal. Donate from your heart, from your soul, and I will bring through whatever needs to be brought through, and it could be a specific question or a general. Also, if you want to book um, a private reading with me until December 31st, actually. I figured January 1st. I'm doing buy one, get one for private readings. So if you're drawn to have a private reading, inbox me on Facebook. Also, you can email me at highvibrationalmastery.com. No, let me fix that. Highvibrationalmastery@gmail.com. Actually, my website's, I took it down. I didn't take it down, but it's not live, right? Let me rephrase that. I'm looking for a new host for my website. So my website is not really, you're not going to find it. So anyway, Facebook and YouTube are the best places to find me. You can also find me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest. But I'm extremely active, specifically on Facebook and YouTube. And definitely join my group on Facebook, High Vibrational Mastery, the group. And the link is in the comments on Facebook and also um, on YouTube. And I'm so tired now. I'm just got to go to bed. Okay. I love you guys. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you soon. And if I don't see you before New Year's Eve, you have a very happy and super blessed new year, because this new year we're moving into is amazing. And I'm so glad that we're doing it together. So we'll stick together. There's power in the collective energy. We've got this. And those of you watching on the replay, I love you. We are all together, and I'll see you next Wednesday.